Hey, what's up, guys? I'm back with another motherfucking YouTube video. You know how it is. I kind of said that weirdly, but it's okay. Today's video is gonna be a little bit more serious, a little bit more kind of like emotional. No, but it's gonna be a little bit more serious because I'm gonna be talking about the time I got jumped by 10 guys. You guys heard it right, by 10 individual guys. Now, this is not something I want to like make it into like a like I now look back to it, one of the most traumatizing experiences I've ever been into in my whole freaking life. It definitely changed me as a person in a good way and in a bad way. That is something that I will forever remember for the rest of my life, just because of how bad the outcome was. I don't want to really make this into a pity party. I kind of want to just share my story, my experience, and if people have related to me about getting jumped as a gay guy, like, it is very traumatizing. So I just want to just share my story, and hopefully somebody like can relate to it and know that bitch, like, I got jumped too. It happened back in 2018. I wasn't even 18 yet. I was about to turn 18 the next month. My birthday in September. This happened in August 6th. And basically I was at my friend's birthday party, and my friend was really popular. You know, she was that bitch back then. She had all kinds of like people behind her and shit, and I was like one of them. I was one of her gay friends that she really loved me and everything, but with a lot of love. She used to get a lot of hate, and one of the people that used to hate her was her own ex best friend. So her ex best friend I'll try to make this like some like gossipy ass like some gossipy ass like story time. So no, like her ex best friend and like her group of friends, like this girl was only friends with guys, and like she had like two other girls with her, but the majority of them were all guys, and they all showed up to my friend's birthday party. Now my friend, she was trying to keep it cute, trying to keep it, you know, whatever, but that girl was, I guess, talking stuff about her throughout the whole party, just making fun of the party, just kind of like kind of being like the bad apple. In my head, I'm like, why would you show up to a party knowing that you're not welcome there, knowing that the host don't like you? Like, that's just like, it's not to be like, I don't even think that's like a petty thing to do, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna show up to a party just so I can like look dumb. Like, that would never be my intention. If someone doesn't like me, I would never show up to their party. Like, it's just, I'm gonna save the embarrassment child. My friend confronts her and starts telling her like, you need to get out of here because like you're talking stuff about me. I'm trying to be nice, but you really need to go. But my friend has a cousin that was also my friend too. Like, I was like the gay that would hang out with like the pretty girls this specific year. Like, these girls were all pretty, like they were all some bad bitches, and they just loved me. So like I was hanging out with this like group of girls, and this one girl, she is super beautiful. I don't go talk to the girl anymore. Like, I seen her actually a couple of weeks ago at the store. We say hi to each other. I'm always gonna have love for her, but we don't like actually like actively talk anymore, and I don't ever regret doing this for her. But basically the girl, the birthday girl's cousin, it was about that life. She was basically like, if you guys don't leave, like, I'm whooping y'all's ass. Like, that's what she kept saying. Like, if y'all don't leave, we're gonna fight. And she's the kind of girl that will be about that life. She's a pretty ass mean girl, you know what I'm saying? Like, she has her own like eyelash company. Like, that girl is working. Like, she is about her business. But enough about that. Basically, this argument led on over to the street of this party, and everyone knows me as the camera guy. Everyone knows me as a tea spiller, or whatever the case may be. Everyone knows me as that. So I had front row seats, y'all, and I was recording and everything. And I'm like, yes, like, there's about to be a fight. But little did I know that I was going to be involved in this fight. This argument started escalating. I started hearing gunshots. These gunshots were coming from the boys that were with these girls, the girl's ex best friend. As soon as I heard these gunshots, I started running away. I was front row seat, and I started running away. Now I turned back and I see the cousin, the girl who's about that life, started fighting the ex best friend. They started fighting, they started punching each other, and I see two other girls jump on her too. Now my focus was, this is my friend, this is my homegirl. This is someone who, even if we don't ever talk ever again, like, I will ride for her in that moment. I started hearing of obviously more and more gunshots. My girl was getting jumped. It was just like a big ass mess in this street. And I was like, you know what? I'm not about to let my friend get shot. Like, it's not even about the jumping at this point. It's about not having her get shot. So I ran back into this big old, mess in the middle of the street, and I went to go grab my friend. But in the middle of that, they're guys that were with the ex best friend. Okay, at least I'm saying it like that. They were on some other shit because as soon as they see me grab my friend, they're like, chill out. Why are you jumping into the fight? And I'm like, I literally was telling, like, I let let go of my friend, and I'm like, y'all, I'm literally trying to separate this fight. Y'all need to chill out. So before I even get to finish my sentence, one of the guys starts swinging at me, like legit swinging at me. And at this point, I'm like, okay, my intention was never even to fight like anybody. I was really just trying to record this fight because it was getting juicy. You know what I'm saying? I started hearing those gunshots. I was like, no, like my friend is not gonna get shot. No one's gonna get shot from my side. So I immediately like put my head down, and just started swinging at anybody who was coming my way. I really did not want to fight. I really did not expect myself to fight this night. I was really just going to my friend's birthday party, and I was swinging at whoever. At this point, there's three guys coming at me, and I'm just swinging at them, and I was being told that I was actually kicking their ass, but I started hearing more and more gunshots after this, y'all, and they were getting closer. So I'm like, you know what, like, I can't fight three guys, especially if they have guns on them. So I started running away from them, y'all. Like, at the minute I got to break off from them, I started running away. And after me, y'all, there was at least 10 guys, if not more, running after me. One of them punches me from the back, so I have to immediately stop because, bitch, you punch me from the back when I'm running. Like, bitch, I'm like, that's gonna, like, have me on Mr. Krabs mode. Like, so I turn around and I give that guy a good sock on his freaking jaw. Y'all, after I punched him, I heard two cracks. And one of them was my poor shoulder. Like, to this day, my shoulder is not doing good. It's still like, I'll explain later. But I popped him in his jaw. I heard a crack on his jaw. So I don't know if it happened, but I think I dislocated, or I don't know what I did to his jaw, but I started seeing like blood come out of his mouth. But at the same time, my shoulder popped out of place. So at this point, that shit hurt so bad. Like, I commend football players and athletes and people that really gotta like use their shoulder and it ends up being dislocated, because that shit hurt so bad. Like, that was the main thing I was focused on, was my shoulder being popped out of place. So I couldn't fight anymore. I couldn't defend myself anymore. So unfortunately, like, this was probably one of the most traumatic experiences of my life, because literally, y'all, after that, like, the rest of those guys, those 10 guys that were running after me, just started jumping on me, and they started punching me, kicking me, like, just everywhere on my ribs, my back, my face, like, everything with me. Like, they were like, I was left touched. Like, you know how people are like, oh, I was left untouched? No, girl, I was touched from like nose, lip, and that was it. Actually, they cut like my nose here. I had a couple of scrapes. I still have like this scar right here from one of them. I don't know if they were hitting me with brass knuckles or whatever, but I got a couple of scars around me. I ended up also getting this scar on my wrist. The police were thinking that I got stabbed. I didn't, but there was a lot of controversy. There was a lot of rumors in regards of how I got beat up. People were saying I got bottles thrown on my head. People were saying I got hit with a baseball bat. People were saying I got stabbed multiple times. People were saying that I was winning the fight. Like, there was just a lot of people, like different people saying different things about my situation. And it gets pretty overwhelming, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was not trying to fight the girl or the guys or nobody. I was really just trying to get my friend out of getting shot. And that's on God, that's on everyone, on my angels. That was my intent. I would never fight a girl. They tried fighting me because they thought I was fighting the girl that they thought I was fighting the girl that was with them, the ex-best friend, the one that the cousin fought, like they thought I was there to jump in and fight her, which was not the case. Like I have videos of it, which I don't know if I should show them because it's a little gruesome, y'all. There's gunshots in the background, and I really don't want my video to get deleted. But there is video footage of me getting jumped, and there is video footage of me legit separating the fight. One of my best friends was at this fight, and she was recording. You know, she was basically right next to me. To God, I'm so glad that she was able to record this part. She was able to record this part, but she literally recorded the part when I went into the fight and I started like kind of like trying to get in the middle of it and kind of like use my hand and kind of use like my legs and my hand kind of like in the middle of it, and that's when I grabbed my friend like from her like stomach or whatever and pulled her back like like that. I don't know, I can't explain it. Like in this video is only like you have to actually be there to see what actually happened. I don't know why the guys ever would think that I even came in that way, like because if I would came in with my fist up like ready to fight like into that situation, like okay, yeah, like that's me running up to the fight. But according to the video, which I'm actually gonna just show it right now. But so as you can see, I'm slowing it down right here. I'm like running into the fight, but you see me kind of like pull, my friend like out of this fight. The girl is on the other side. My friend is on the side where I came in running from, like in that specific side. That's my friend. So I'm grabbing my friend back and not punching nobody, nothing. You can clearly see like me putting my weight in like from my side, like kind of like trying to like separate the fight. And I don't know why these guys thought I was trying to fight. Like my hands were never up. I was not like on some aggressive shit. I was really solely trying to grab my friend. And you know what? They jumped me, and after that, like everyone got off of me. The girls, like my friends, like the host of the party, my friends, my best friend, they all tried to get those guys off of me, and they finally did, but I was leaking from head to toe. Like I was bleeding from my nose. I was bleeding from the top of my nose because I got a little cut right there, my forehead, my lip. Like I was fucked up. The host of the party, she picked me up, and my arm is right at that point hanging low. I'm talking about like I was like a little freaking puppet. Like when like, they're like like I was a legit puppet trying to fucking like get my arm to be good, and I was like, okay, no, maybe I just like popped it. That shit was dislocated. I dislocated my shoulder trying to defend myself. But honestly, I'm not really mad because I kind of, they were telling me like the first three guys that were on me, they were telling me I was whooping their ass, and the fact that I kind of like broke someone's jaw while getting my shoulders dislocated. I'm a little proud of myself. I was actually like defending myself because there's never gonna be a situation where any guy, whoever it is, whether you're straight, gay, bi, I'm not gonna not fight you if you hit me first. So I had to do what I had to do in that moment, and like I said, the host of the party picking me up, and she's like dragging me back into the house. I'm like leaked up. Everyone in the party's like concerned for me. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, are you okay? Like, what's wrong?" I was, and the whole thing about this, yeah, I wasn't even crying. Like I was whining, yeah, cause that shit hurt. I was like, ah, but I wasn't actual crying. There was no tears coming out of my face. Like I was just kind of like complaining. I was whining. I was groaning because that shit hurt. and but I felt like I took it like a champ. People were telling me you took it like a champ. And after that, like obviously police came. I mean, there was gunshots, there was brawls, there was fightings and pullings and everything. And unfortunately, I didn't get to eat the cake. Police ended up coming to this house, and they were like, "Is anyone hurt? Like, we need because there's an ambulance here, and we need to know if anyone's hurt." So I was like with my arm hanging down like lower than my ass, freaking. I was like, "No, guys, I promise you guys, I'm okay," because y'all, this night I had snuck out of my house through the window. This window specifically, I snuck out, and my parents didn't know I was at this party. So I was like, "No, guys, I'm okay, I promise." But y'all, they were like, "Yo, your arms is like literally touching the floor. You have to go to the hospital." So I'm like, you know what, fine. Like, it really is hurting. Like my arm, I couldn't move it. Like couldn't move it anywhere. And y'all, they ended up like taking me to the hospital. and the cops were being so uncooperative. This is the Aurora police, and if you guys live in Denver, Colorado, you would know that the Aurora police is the most corrupt, disgusting, trashiest. I can't stand the Aurora police because they're just bad human beings. I just cannot stand the Aurora police, and they were making it hard for me. They were like basically like telling me like, you know what, you deserve this. Basically like yelling at me because I wouldn't give them names. Girl, I didn't know any of their names. I didn't know any of those people that fought me or the girl. I didn't know any of their names, honestly. So they were being mad at me. I'm gang affiliated. Like, do you see me? Do you see these hands? Like, gang affiliated? Girl, please. I had to get my arm located back up again, and it was a really surreal experience, y'all. Like, I never thought I was ever gonna get jumped. I mean, who would think they're gonna get jumped? Unless you're like on baddies or like bad girls club, like bitch, yeah, I can prepare to get jumped. But in this predicament, I literally just went to this party just to go hang out with my friend. And, you know, unfortunately, shit happened. And I'm really grateful that my homegirls were the ones that had my back, because there were so many guys there, and there were so many guys that I was cool with at the time, and none of them jumped in for me. Literally, my best friend, who's a girl, who is legit girly as hell, had to get a 250-pound guy off of me. Like, these guys weren't some like regular dudes. All these guys were big and tall. They were all fat. They were all like just big, husky. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't jumped by no regular person. Like, all these guys were big. So the fact that my own best friend like had to like get in it because over guys, like, that's really pathetic. The guys that were there, and one of the guys I was hooking up with, Adolfo, was recording. So fuck you, Adolfo. Even though I still went after you after everything, you know, like, but let's just forget about that. That kind of gave me a good and a bad effect after. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I don't want to be that person, but after like that incident happened, people started recognizing me. Like, this went all over like social media, and like, you know, people in my community, the parties I would go to, like, they all started to kind of like recognize me, because I was like a little freshly 17-year-old person, freshly out of high school. I still wanted to fit in. I still wanted to be part of a group or whatever. Still wanted to be like known. So this was definitely a way that got me out there a little bit more. A lot of people had more respect towards me, you know, after my incident. You know, I got a cast, and I still went to go party. Like, I still went to go do my own thing. I still went out the week after that happened, and people were telling me like, oh my God, are you okay? Like, I see what happened. I heard what happened. Are you okay? Like, people were genuinely feeling bad for me, and people were definitely recognizing me. I was a bitch who held my ground, okay? And so yeah, I gained a lot of respect from a lot of people after that incident. A lot of people were like, well, yeah, you definitely like stood your ground. Like, good looks, you know. And like I said, people were telling me that I whooped ass. People were telling me a bottle thrown on my head. Like, it was just a lot of shit that went down that night that I, to this day, I don't even know exactly what ended up happening towards the end, like in that fight. And so that was one of the good things that happened during this incident. I mean, I'm not trying to justify it, because this definitely was one of the most traumatizing experiences ever. I really wish those people the best. Like, I mean, I know I probably shouldn't, like, y'all probably be like, no, bitch, like, talk shit, like, wish them the devil, you know? But I'm not gonna do that, because I do know that I wasn't the only person that they jumped. I know that this group of guys that jump me are also known for jumping other people too. So I really wish that, like, I really hope that I was the last person and they learned from me and everything, because from what I heard, a lot of things went down with them, like that whole group of guys that were together. Like, things just didn't end up good for them. Let me just tell you guys, okay? Another good thing from this is that, honestly, I stopped being scared of people. I started being scared of life in general. Like, I used to be so like nervous and shy, and so like scared about doing anything. I became more brave. I stopped being scared of people, like getting ready to get into a fight, like in school and everything. Like, I would be like, damn, I might get my ass beat. Like, maybe I shouldn't do this, and I would just like walk away from it. You know, fear people. I don't fear guys, especially straight men anymore. Like, I will talk my shit if I have to. Like that, like me getting jumped really grew me some balls. Like, I used to be like, you know, I used to be scared of my bullies back in high school and middle school. So like, this made me not like be scared. And then I'm not this. I mean, yes, I got jumped, but the aftermath, y'all, my shoulder is still fucked up to this day. Like, it's still very fucked up. I had to get like it reconstructed back up again. I had to leave work for a whole month. I had to get physical therapy 2 times, and my shoulder still pops out of place till this day. Like I could literally like try to open a door and it'll pop out of place. Like it'll be random. It doesn't happen every single day, but it definitely happens out of the blue. Like the last time it happened, y'all, it was so scary. I was at the gym and I was, jump roping and shit, and it just popped up out of nowhere. I got dizzy and I had to sit down for a little bit, and honestly I couldn't work out for the rest of the day. And it just sucks because this happens out of nowhere. It I can legit be drinking a cup of water and that shit will like pop up in and out. Like it's just, and it's just something that I'm concerned over to this day because I'm scared that I'm gonna get surgery, and that's like one of my biggest fears is surgery. But I've been told by doctors, bitch, all you need is to do is be more consistent with your physical health. Your joints are a little too weak. You need to stop like wearing them out. You need to get them more strong. Like that's why I've been going to the gym, and I've been, doing all kinds of, arm workouts and shit so I can be more stronger. And the last time it's happened has been since like April. So it's been a while since it's happened. And I feel like it's definitely become more stronger now. So I'm so grateful for that. I'm going to continue to work out. I'm going to continue to like make my shoulders strong because that shit sucks when it pops out of place. Like it's the most painful experience ever. Kind of like had me be more paranoid when it comes to like parties or when it comes to like really anyone fighting. Like now if there's like a public fight, like I record, but I'm gonna record from afar, and I'm gonna like not include myself in those arguments or fights, whatever, even if it's my friend. Unfortunately, it sucks to say that, but I told myself I can't be Captain Save-A-Ho no more. I regret doing that because that's just in my own instinct. I did that in my own instinct. My friend was about to get shot. My friend was getting jumped. Let me go help her. That was my instinct. That was just like in my mindset. Who I punched during this fight. This person has a brother who doesn't leave me alone to this day. Like he literally harasses me every time he sees me over his sister. They still have the narrative of me hitting his sister or me hitting her, and that's why they jumped me. Like I said, I'm telling you right now, it is not true. I'm here to clear out the allegations because I don't know who's gonna be watching this video, whether it's him, her, the friends, the family. I don't know who the fuck it is. I'm gonna say here right now, I did not hit her, and I didn't deserve that, okay? And I don't deserve the harassment I still get to this day. Like the last time I seen her brother was 2 years ago at a Halloween party, and it was legit like a friend and family party. So he just like calls me out of nowhere and like tries to fight me at this friend and family party. Like I just thought that is really goofy. He has a lot of hate towards me, y'all. Like I'm telling you now, like I'm concerned for my safety because of him, because he's always targeting me. It's been 6 years now, like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like at that point he had so many times to actually fight me. Like he was in my face, but he would tell me like, let's go outside and let's handle this outside. So he had multiple times to actually like fight me, but he never would. Like it seems like he's just taunting me and kind of scaring me. But I'm not gonna lie, this guy got crazy eyes, so I'm kind of like, I don't know if I wanna fight you, you know what I'm saying? But then again, kind of like, well, I did get jumped by 10 people, like I can handle him, maybe. That's the mentality I carry now. I've been jumped by 10 people, like one person like is not gonna do anything to me. So that's the mentality I have now. But still, like I just don't feel like it's correct. It's okay for him to constantly harass me and talk about you hit my sister, we're gonna fight. I wish me and him could have an actual conversation instead of having it to be like a fight all the time. Because the conversation who I had was with the actual person that I allegedly hit. I actually had a conversation with this girl. Me and this girl talked things out, and I had went up to her at a party. I think like maybe like a couple months later after this incident, and I had went up to her and I told her, I know what people are telling you, but I swear on everything, I did not hit you. I didn't even put my hands on your mouth. My hands were on my friend. I was trying to grab her because she was about to get shot. Like it was just not gonna be pretty for her. This is my friend. And I went up to her and she's like, you know what? It's okay. It's fine. Just dead it. Like we're not gonna be friends, of course, but like let's just dead it right here. And I'm like, okay, cool. But me and her deaded it. But her sibling, her brother, is still out here like hurt or something like that. Or I mean, I understand that's her brother, the brother's keeper, the sister's whatever those cringy ass Facebook quotes that they put in, like, I'm my brother's keeper, and I'm my sister's guardian. Like, I don't know, I don't know what the fuck. Because I've seen the girl multiple times in public. We smell each other. We're like, we don't obviously don't talk. I mean, it was a really crazy incident for us to be like friends. I have a fucking broken arm to this day. I don't know if he's okay, like if he's happy with that. Like, I'm gonna be stuck with this shit for the rest of my life probably. I feel like if there's like a purge, like I'd be his first fucking target. Uh, I'm pretty sure I probably shouldn't be joking about that, but I'm like, I have like really dark humor. I sit here and say like, oh yeah, like I don't fear nobody, but like I generally be like thinking back to that day, and I'm like, damn, like that day could really kill me because it's 10 guys on me. Like that's like 5 elephants on you, like, you know, like, and they're fat. Like, I'm not trying to body shame nobody, but at the time I was a lot skinnier. I was freshly out of high school, you know, I didn't eat that lunch food, so I was really like going through like skinny phases. And especially the gays, like, just be careful because these straight men, they when they have rage, and they will not stop until they feel like they were satisfied. I mean, a lot of this could be homophobia, you know what I'm saying? Like, it could be intended with homophobia. And I feel like that was one of the reasons why I was even attacked, because they saw a gay guy, you know, around in this predicament. So they're just kind of like, oh, like, let's just attack him and everything. But, like, they just ignore the fact that there was gunshots around, and that my homegirl, my friend, was being jumped by their friends, like their girlfriends. So it's like, they were ignoring all the wrong things, except when they see a gay guy, they just want to attack me. And I don't even know how all 10 guys supposedly saw me hit her. Like, I'm glad I did it because I got to like open a different side that a lot of people didn't know. Like, a lot of people were there at that incident, but a lot of people were, and a lot of people don't know this side of me. Like, I've like went in conversations, I'd be like, so I got jumped by 10 guys, and they'd be like, oh my god, really? Like, that is so sad. And I'm like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people, like, this is definitely like a story I can share with people, because I'm not gonna be miserable and I'm gonna be like like, no, like, bitch, I'm gonna share my experiences with people. I'm gonna share my stories, and hopefully like it touches somebody, like makes y'all know, like, just be careful, bitch, because people be crazy out here. All right, thanks for watching my YouTube video, guys. This is me sharing my experience about